Now, this is going to be a very long video. So if you have a very short attention span, there's a button below that says X. You can cancel this video and probably go and watch TikTok or Instagram Reels, anyone that catches your fancy. But if you want to understand how to leverage other people's skill set to make more money, I'm going to be explaining to you how I did that. And I can't obviously share all my business secrets. I don't want to do my competition, but I'll share, good enough that can get you started. This is a very Hi, my name is JC, and if you're watching this, you're probably a software engineer or you do UI UX design. Now, for you to get a job in any of these roles, you have to follow these steps. You cannot even miss one. Number one, learn the skills and be very good at that skills. And to be very good, it takes time. Number two, apply for a job. Applying for a job is another job on its own. You have to get good at writing CVs, change your CV so many times, write personalized cover letters, very stressful process. Number three, get very good at interviews. Now, if you are not good at interview, no matter how good you are with these skills, you can never get that said job. Number four, you get the offer. Number five, you do the work. And if you are a freelancer, it's also similar to this. You learn the skills, you use your ad earn nairas to buy, connect on Upwork or Fiverr to send proposals that mostly get ignored. And some, when you get that job, you do the work. And yeah, that is the general part. But no matter how skilled you are with these two career paths, you are very replaceable. And at some point, you're either going to get laid off or you leave the job yourself, looking for another job. And when this happens, it's inevitable. You are going to go back to this step, either applying for jobs, interviews, or buying Upwork Connect, trying to get gigs and all of that. And this is a very stressful process. Now, for you to build real wealth, you don't want to sell your time for money. Now, what do I mean by that? If you are a freelancer, the amount of jobs you work depends on how much you earn. So if you work, do two gigs, you get that money for that gig. That means your money, the amount of money you make, is depend on how much you work, and that is selling your time for money. The same thing applies for if you're working a 9 to 5 as a software engineer or UI UX designer. To build serious wealth, you have to leverage the skill set of others and position yourself as a solution to a pain of a business. Now, as I said, my name is Joel and I own an agency called Chase. I help interior designers alone close more deals while doing less. And you might wonder, why do I work with just one type of person? Why not work with everyone that brings a job to me? In this video, I'll be explaining to you why I do that in my business. Now, what we do is that we help them with their website, their branding, get them to run ads, we help them with content and anything that they need to be successful. We handle that. And I don't do it myself. I having to focus on the mechanics of writing code, designing or learning how to run ads is a waste of my time. What I focus on is being good at selling this solution to these businesses. Because even if you are skilled with this writing code, making websites, creating content, if you don't know how to sell yourself to these businesses, you are never going to get paid. And that's what I call leverage. I leverage the skill set of those people I hire on my team to get clients to pay me so much money for my job. Now, this is going to be a very long video. So if you have a very short attention span, there's a button below that says X. You can cancel this video and probably go and watch TikTok or Instagram Reels, anyone that catches your fancy. But if you want to understand how to leverage other people's skill set to make more money, I'm going to be explaining to you how I did that. And I can't obviously share all my business secrets. I don't want to do my competition, but I'll share, good enough that can get you started. This is a very long video. It's very descriptive. And yeah, if you look at the last part, I also helped a couple of my friends in my private community. I have a community called Rogues where I help people like you to, grow their agency. You can see some testimonials of this person. Yes, is a UI UX designer. She's getting our first client soon. Started 2 weeks ago with me. And yeah, there's some other people that I've helped in the past. So if you want to join my community, there's a link below. You can apply to be a part of my community. But yeah, that is the pro overview of what I'm about to do. So it's going to be a very detailed video. I'm going to be explaining a lot of things and my struggles and how you can also have your own agency for yourself and how you can leverage other people's skill set to make more money. Now, if you are still here, this is the syllabus, my background, my failures, my win, how the plans I I'm taking currently and how to copy exactly what I did. You don't have to feel like me. You can copy what I did. So my name is JC, and I used to be a front end engineer. That means I like making a website, but I felt very replaceable. Even when I got fired here at this point here, I was not so sad because number one, I did not really enjoy my work. I felt like I had to enter public transport to the bus, to the work. I was spending so much money on transport, buying food in the office. When I go back home, I barely had time to go to the gym. I had less time for my family. I was always exhausted. Like most of my days, if you live in Lagos, Lagos is a very, very stressful place. Most of my time was spent on traffic, buying food, and I was not really happy. So when I got sacked, I was like, there has to be something different because if I get sacked, I'm in my 20s here. What if I'm 45 years old with a family and a baby on the way and I just get sacked? What happened? I'll start going back going back to this, applying for jobs, interviews and all. I need a way that no matter what, I have this financial security and no one can determine if I like live on. I didn't like the power that somebody had over my life. Like they can sack me. I didn't just like that. I wanted something completely different. So I said, you know what? Let me pick one industry. Yeah, understand their problem or make website for that industry because I was good at making website. I could make website. Just let me pick up one industry and make website for them because people pay for specialized skills. If you work for one particular person, you are a specialized person in that skills and they value you more than if you're a generalist. Say you have an injury, let's say you have a skin injury or skin, you will go to a dermatologist, not a general doctor, because it's specialized for that problem, and you will pay so much more to get that problem solved. I said, let me work with realtors. Now there are just so many ways you could reach out to them. There's sending cold DMs, there's cold calling them, and there's running ads. And I was sending so many DMs. I was sending about 300 DMs every day because volume is king in anything. Gym, the more you do, the more you get. But even though I was putting so much volume, I was so horrible at sales. I was very, very technical. These are some DMs I sent, and I never closed any of these people. They're all from the US. I never could close any of them. Like I was sending the DMs, but my offer, what I was saying was not connecting. If you look at this person, yes, he says, "Hi, sure, I actually need a website." Even though I could make a website, I still could not close this person. Why? Because I was not good at sales. Everything in life is sales. When you go on interviews, that is sale. When you write proposal, you are selling yourself. So I was not good at sales and I could not land any of these clients. So it took me a while to understand that okay, I'm technically good. I can make websites. You probably could do UI UX design or whatever skills you have, video editing. But if you are not good at sales, communicating how your skill set can be of value to them or what offer you can bring to them, you will never get the response you want. So it took me a very long time, about 8 months, to finally get my first client from Canada. I was so excited, like wow, after sending so many DMs, I finally got a client. But I said, there's something that I did wrong. Like I can't keep on sending cold DMs every time. Like it was just so stressful. I hated what I was doing. I said, what is the why am I not getting that response I want? One, I got immune to rejection. If you tell me no, I'm not faced. I've gotten rejected so many times. But my offer was not great. I was offering them just a website. Now, whatever you are good at, website development, UI, UX, whatever, those are tools to the desired result. I was offering them tools by saying, my name is John, I can create you a website. That is a tool. Website, UI, UX, these are tools. They are not a solution to a problem. So I said, what does a realtor, what do they wake up and say, I want to solve this problem? They want more clients. So I said, okay, I can't to get them clients, I have to run ads. I've never run ads before. But I know I can find somebody that can run ads for me and I can pay them to that. So that's like, okay, why not just get those that can do the work for me? I focus on telling this person, this business, that okay, my name is JC, I can help you get more clients, and they okay, yeah, and they believe me and they pay me. Like, that was the idea. That was my naive idea that let me just sell them an end result and hire people to do it for me. That was my idea because I didn't want to go and learn how to run ads myself or go and learn how to create content, or like I didn't want to go through that stress. Like it will take so much time for me to be good enough to give them serious impact. So what I was doing, I bought a number from the US and I was cold calling them. Yes, you can see I have like someone that called for 13 minutes, 1 minute, 39 seconds. I was calling them to Peter. Oh, my name is JC. I work with realtors to help them get more clients. But the thing is that I am African. I have an African accent. And because of where I'm from, there's this stereotype of me being a scammer. So when I called them, I was barely getting, if you look at, I'll call 100 people a day, maybe 15 will pick up, 14 will tell me no, and one will say yes. And that yes is not even that they might come on the meeting or the sales call. They might not show up. So it was just so difficult for me to even get on sales call to with these people. So I said, no, well, let me run ads. Let me try to run ads to get clients. And when I ran ads, I realized that the energy was completely different. They were booking calls to speak to me. Like I did not have to spend hours trying to convince them on why I can get them what they want. Like they saw this ad here and they were booking calls to speak to me. If you look at my page here, these are examples of some clients that came through for my ads. You can check them here. Some clients that came through my ads. And yeah, it was going on very fine. But there was one major thing. They did not trust me. Like I was spending about $5 every day on ads. If you're Nigerian, that's almost like 10K on ads. And I was spending so much money, but they did not trust me. Even though I was good at I could get someone to do the job, but there's this before you can buy something from someone, you have to trust that this person can do what he says he can do, and he will not run away with my money. So I did not. I was expecting that they would see this ad, this, and like, okay, yeah, I like to offer. Boom, take my money. Like it did not work. Like I could not get them to trust me. Now, for people to buy from you or to get clients in whatever you do, they have to know you, they have to like you, and they have to trust you. Now, knowing you is ads. The ads amplified my outreach. I could reach out to my ideal client. They have to like you. Your offer has to resonate with them. You don't just, I never said website here. I never said Google ads from these ads. I just spoke about the pain that they are facing and how I can help them get the desired results. So it's on the call that I'll explain how or what tools I can use to get them this result. So, as I said, they have to know you, like you, and trust you. Trust is very, very important. For them to spend so much money or give you money to do what you want, you have to like trust that you're not going to scam them. And that was a major factor that I did not have. So I have about 18 people on my private community, and it's a paid community. All of For me to get 18 people to pay me money to be part of my community, they had to first know me, like me, and trust that I can get them the results I see I can get them. If you look at this place here, these are example of the result I've got some of my community members there. Sales, they got some clients, some people have got some great result. Like there's so many testimonials here. Look at this person here that says, hey, someone replies, send a price, blah blah blah. Like I've gotten them result. But for them to take up their money and say, JC, I believe that you can get me the result, you can get me clients. They have to trust that I'm not a scam. And that is something that even when I was running ads, I could not get them to trust me. Because there are people that are spending so much more on ads to reach more audience and they have the foundation set. So that was something. If you look at Facebook ad library here, they are different guys that are spending way more than $5 on ads to get my offer, to get their offer to their ideal client. So for people to trust you, I had to use content. So I paused everything I did. I started going hard on content, making videos like this that explains how I can get them their exact results. Now, what is the entire premise of this business model? I call it the growth operation. So we pick one industry, and we help them solve their problem. Whatever problem that they're facing, they don't have clients, they don't have a good website, they want content. We help them solve that problem very well for them. Now, I am the face of the business. I am in charge of sales. Whatever business you have, you can't do anything without sales. If you can't sell your ideas to this client, they can't trust you. Even if I have a UI UX person here, a designer, an art specialist, if I can't sell how we can use these tools to get them the desired results, I can never get them. I can never get sales. I can never get paid. So sales is the most important part of your business, and that is what you should focus on. I'm leveraging the skills of these people here, the UI UX person, the dev, the ads guy, and selling their skills to this prospect. Now, for this prospect here to pay me cash, I have to be good at sales. And sales starts from the content you put out there. Your content sells a lot even before you speak to the you get to speak to the person. Like I want to buy a car now. Let's say I want to buy a BMW 740i. I've seen so many videos of that cars. I've watched a lot. I'm already sold on the idea of that car before I actually spend that money. If someone wants to buy something that's very, very expensive, maybe you want to buy a phone or an iPhone X or iPhone 15 or something, you probably are going to spend time watching so many YouTube videos about the phone and seeing the videos about how it's like before you spend that money. That's exactly how your clients buy. So if you work with, let's say, interior designers and they want to get more clients for their business, you have to make content that explains how you can help them solve that problem, how you can help them get that client, and that's how you can get that sales. Sales does not start from having to convince somebody that, oh, I'm the best at this, I'm that and that. You have to sell them from your content. So if you come back here, you might ask that, okay, why does this person here, why should I just reach out to these individuals here and work with them? It will be much more cheaper for her to just hire them individually. But this is what happens whenever they check their DMs. They get offers or proposals like this. Everybody, this is an example of my Twitter DM. Everyone has or sells their tools. Hey, my name is this, I'm a product designer. My name is this, I'm a UI UX designer. My name is like, you're all selling your tools. This person wants to get more clients for her business. She's a realtor. She wants to get more clients. She does not care about UI UX or website. She wants more clients. Although these are things that can also affect her getting client, because if they come to our website and they don't trust her, they will not buy from her. So, but if you are focusing or your major offer is your skill set and this and that, you will never get this person here to believe that you can get them the desired results. So for you to get somebody, this realtor here, any other or any business person, you want to talk about what they care about. I have this saying that says, give Susie what Susie wants. If Susie wants to get more clients, give her what she wants. Then you can now introduce how your skill set, that is, the skill set of your team members, can help them get that desired results. Now, as I said earlier, I was very bad at sales. I used to send cold DMs like it was so bad I could barely sign clients. It took me a very long time to get good at sales. But your skills does not really matter. You could be a best front end developer, a best UI UX designer, whatever. It does not offer. It does not matter. But your offer is what matters in business. What are you offering to your clients? If you look at this old man here, an example of this person here, it's a plumber here. I'm giving an example. Let me open here. All right. So this plumber here, it's probably maybe he's an older person. He's successful. He's making money in his business. If you as a UI UX designer or a engineer come and say, "Oh, I saw you have a very bad website. I want to help you to make the a beautiful website that looks great and blah blah blah." This guy does not give a fuck about that. Like, he's doing great already in his business. He's having clients, and he does not really care. Your offer is not getting to him. You have to give him what he cares about. And where can you find that information? Reddit. Reddit is where you can find, like, people talk on Reddit. They don't talk freely. So you search for, let's say, pain point of a plumber or whatever niche you choose. Yeah, you can see them talk about what they care about, not what you think that they care about. Because you can say this guy has a bad website, and I'm a front end guy, or I'm a website guy, or I'm a UI UX person. Let me pitch them a website. They don't wake up in the morning and be like, I need a new website. They don't wake up and feel that way. But they have problems that they talk about themselves. And most times their problem is usually marketing. They want more clients. You are watching this video because you want more clients. Like most people, their problem is marketing. If you can show them how you can help them make more money in their business, you are much valuable. I work with interior designers, and one of my clients now, she just got a job for 100 million naira. That's about 100K in dollars. Yeah. And she's making about 30 million naira in profit from that job. Yeah. That's so my brain is bad. Making about 30 M from that job. Yeah. If I can consistently help her get this 30 million naira every month, like I bring out clients that are bringing out like this profit every month. How valuable am I? How replaceable will I be to her? If I can consistently get her this profit every month, she would not want to let me go easily because my team can help her get money. Most businesses they care about making more money. If you can show them how you can help them make more money, you are much valuable and you're not replaceable. Unlike your job that you work for that you can get sacked at any time, or even as a freelancer, once you are done with that website or that UI UX design, you have to go out there to look for a new client or new something. You want something that will give you money recurringly, and that's why getting them more clients for their business is the way you can get paid consistently. Because if you're getting them more clients, that if I'm getting someone, let's say every month or every 2 months, I'm getting that 30 million naira profit. I'm very valuable to her. So even if I'm charging her like 2 million or 3 million naira a month to get her this, it's it makes so much sense for her to pay the amount of money to get kind of job for her business. That's how business people think. That okay, if I'm spending 2 million naira a month, yeah, to get 30 M, it makes so much sense for me to keep this guy and pay him this amount of money. Unlike when you do a website for like maybe 1 million or 2 million, and that's that, you are done. There's no other thing that you have to do again once you're done with the website. You have to now go out there to look for more website clients. Like it's just so much stressful. And you get a job, you do yourself. It's not a proper way to leverage or make more money or build wealth. Now I spoke so much about working for a one type of client. There are three major factors that determines what kind of client to work with. Number one client for that person. If you're getting that person one client, it has to mean so much money. If I work for someone that has a restaurant and one client spends like 100,000 naira or $100 and she's paying me like 1 million naira, I have to get 10 clients, yeah, to make back the money she has invested, and that's so much stressful. You want to work with someone that one client means a lot of money. You don't want to work with someone that you have to get them like 15 clients for them to make back their money. And that's why I work with interior designers. I have a friend here, this person here, her name is Rebecca. She works with fertility clinic because the IVF, people that do IVF and all of that, one client means a lot of money in the fertility industry. I don't know if you know about that. They spend so much money in fertility clinic. This guy works with a in bridal design. One client that wants to sew a wedding gown, they pay so much more for a wedding gown. That is one serious criteria to choosing a niche. And number two, you have to ensure that it's not saturated. That is, there are not so many people that are trying to solve that problem. When I was working with realtors, oh my god, there were so many guys that were trying to solve their problem for getting them more clients, bringing them a website, and it felt so saturated. Like they've had this whatever I wanted to offer them, they've had it so many times. It is not new at all to them. So it felt like I was just saying the same thing over and over again. And sometimes they had gotten burnt before in the past. Also, another criteria is that it's easy to access to them. You can call them up and book a meeting. I want to work with those guys that are in private aviation. And in private aviation, those people that own private jet, they are billionaires. Although one client means a lot because a private jet is not cheap to rent or charter. So you pay a lot. But to get access to the business owner, the decision maker, it's not easy. You can't just call them and speak to them. So it has to be easy for you to reach out to these businesses. These are the basic criteria before you can choose one niche or who you want to work for. So something you should know is that your client don't care so much about you. Like you might think that, oh, I have 7 years experience in making websites, I can make videos that are going up and down. They don't care about that, so they care about themselves. And when you offer your skill set, your experience, I make website, I make this, it does not connect to them. If you look at my business, this is my offer here. I say that I help interior designers close luxury residential and commercial projects without relying on referrals. This is my offer. I'm not saying I make you websites. I do. I run ads for you. I I don't talk about the tools I use to get them that desired result. I talk about what they care about. That will help you get this kind of clients without relying on referrals. And this is a pain that they are trying to avoid. They don't want to face this pain of relying on referrals to get clients. They want to get clients consistently for their business. Now, this is what has been helping me a lot. Just this Monday, I just signed a client recently. I just sent her the questionnaire. She like explained the questionnaire for me, and because of my offer, what I'm offering her, I was able to sign her. I was not offering her, oh, my name is JC, I make website or I do UI UX design. They don't care about that. They want this is what they want. They want to get luxury clients and commercial projects for their design work. That's what they care about. Now, when I say that to them in a call or whatever way I'm trying to get them on a meeting, they are more interested that okay, how can you help me get this solved? Then I can lay down step by step what I'm going to do or what my team members will do to get them that result. I don't have to code the do the UI UX design, code the website, or run the ads myself. All I do is I sell them the desired result and show them how my team can do that. Now, everyone here on my team, they are all talented and they have spent a lot of time being good at their skills. I am leveraging their skills and selling it to them. These are my team members. This is what they have done in the past, and we can help you get this result done. Now, because of this, I can focus so much on what matters most, bringing clients to my team and my business. As I said, for you to grow serious wealth, you have to leverage the skill set of others and focus solely on sales. How can you convince somebody that you can help them solve their problem in their business? And that's why working with one niche is the best thing you can do. Because when you work with everyone, you cannot you cannot reach their heart like when you're working for one person, because if you work for one person, yeah, one type of client, you know their pain point very well. Before they say something, you can reply to them, and because of that, they trust you more. So now I have other videos that explains how I get my clients, because first of all, we're trying to get a couple of Nigerian clients first to build our case study and our testimonials before we start running ads to get foreign clients. Because if you run ads and they're coming to your page and you can't see any evidence that you're who you say you are, it's very hard for this person here to trust you. But with Nigerian clients, you can walk up to them and speak to them, and you can convince them to, you know, that you can help them get their results for their business, and they can pay you. Now, you might not get the most amount of money from this person. Like maybe you want to get like 5K, 10K, or whatever. You might not get the most, because if you look at this video here, it's one of my clients. I don't have it anymore. I'll show you later. You might not get the most amount of money from a Nigerian client that you want, but you can get case studies, testimonials from these guys that you can use to leverage to get the foreign guys. Because when you're running ads, you are inviting them to your ecosystem, to your Instagram, to your YouTube. Let them see that you have done those work you say you can do, and it's so much easier for you to close them. Now, this is a little I can share. If you want more in-depth details, I would love you to be part of my community here. We have this community called Rogues, and we have these one-on-one calls, consultation calls, where I guide you the process of getting your first client, how to set up your agency, and moreover, build a system that brings you money without having to leverage or work so hard and do this this stuff I like there. That is learning the skills, applying for a job, interview, all of that stuff. You have to know how to leverage the skill set of others to make more money. You get more money being a salesperson than being an engineer. That's how you can make money. So if you want to be a part of my community, I would advise you to book a meeting down. Let's talk, and I will list my community on Discord there, where we are over 18 guys right now, where we discuss this about things and what we do. And yeah, I would love you to be part of it, and we can see how you can get your business started up. So yeah, book a call and let's talk soon. All right, bye.